Hello, Taurus. How are you today?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing fine, Miss Garris.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you again.
All right.
Um, so last time you were here, we were talking about your personal situation you had going on with your best friend Branky. Can you tell me some more about that?
Well, just we still been hanging out, and just last week we went to a basketball game, and we just doing things that guys do, have fun. He's my childhood friend, and so we've pretty much just hang out together and just have a good time. And but I didn't say anything to him about the little problem I had. What I'm still dealing with, trying to figure out the best way to you know um, approach him with it about me and his ex-girlfriend.
Okay, and what's her name?
Karen.
Okay.
Karen, and I've been recently. We've been talking on the telephone, and and things begin to get a little serious. It's growing, and she's wanting to go out on a date, and I just told her just not right now, but I'm feeling like I'm ready to move forward and talking to my best friend and let him know that I want to take his ex out. We want to go out on a date. Not saying that we're gonna become boyfriend and girlfriends, but just go out on a date.
Okay. So you are not going to make the first move on taking her out on a date until you talk to him?
Yes, I mean definitely, because I don't want to. I don't think it's a good idea if I have me and her together, and we're out in town at a restaurant or somewhere, and then I run into my best friend.
Okay. Is it a pretty small town where you live?
No, it's metro, but we pretty much go to the same places, restaurants and things like that. So there's a chance that I could just be out, and I've done it many times before, just being out and I run into my best friend. So
Okay.
I just don't want it to be such an awkward situation that I'm on a date with his ex and Frankie pops up.
Okay, so tell me a little bit how you and Karen got hooked up.
Well, I basically met her through him.
Okay.
We've been knowing each other for a lot. I've been knowing her for like 5-6 years now.
Okay.
But when I met her, her and my best friend, they was in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
And then a couple years later, they broke up, and so I wasn't like trying to reach out to her for a date or anything, but
Okay.
we just happened to. I was in the mall one day, and,
Okay.
and that's where I seen her. It's been a couple of years since I seen her,
Okay.
and things started from there.
Was that like an instant attraction from when you saw her in the mall?
Well, no, it was more of just being respectful, like knowing that she, was my best friend ex, and so by me just knowing her, I just striking up a conversation, and she just asked me some things about what I was doing with my life, and I just told her I'm still working and still trying to survive and reach my goals and dreams, and she pretty much asked me was I single still, and I told her yes, I'm still single, but I didn't think nothing was gonna come from that until she gave me her telephone number and told me to give her a call sometime.
Okay. So it was an innocent thing at first?
Yes, it was more of like a friendship thing. It was more like we hadn't seen each other a couple of years because her and my best friend had a pretty bad breakup, and so we all just moved on, and it was more like, let's stay in contact, let's try to be friends still, even though her and my best friend was no longer a couple, and I didn't see no wrong with that.
Do you know much about their relationship and how they ended? And
I think Branky, I think he cheated on her or something, and or something. I didn't never get too deep in asking him because it was such a tough time from him. But I think he could have made a mistake, and went out on this girlfriend with another girl, and she found out about it, and it just was a bad breakup for them too.
Okay.
But I think that me and her, I think she's single. She did tell me that ever since their breakup, that she hadn't dated nobody, and that she's wanting to go on a date, but she didn't know any men that she could trust,
Okay.
but that she knew me, and me and her has always been, okay. Like, I guess you could say we were friends, even when she was dating my best friend.
Okay, so she hasn't dated anybody since she's broken up with Frankie?
No, she said that she pretty much wanted to get her life back together because it was a hard time for her, to break up with a man that she was in love with, and to find out that he was, cheating on her or something. I'm not sure, but I knew it was other people involved that caused their breakup. But I think it was something, Frankie told me that he made some mistakes.
Okay.
And I felt like it was just none of my business to pretty much discuss with my friend Frankie about their breakup, because it was such a painful thing. I just try to be a friend and
Okay.
just try to do things for him to kind of help him forget about it.
Okay, so at the time of the breakup, you were just being a supportive friend to Frankie, and you didn't want to dig too deep into his personal life, but you just wanted to be there to support him and help him.
Yes, I mean, I've been knowing Frankie for over 20 years, we were childhood friends. So it was more like, what do you tell somebody who, go through a bad breakup? I mean, I wasn't about to try to, like indulge off into their relationship,
Okay.
what happened, and then point fingers. I'm not that type of guy.
Okay.
I just felt like, well, man, let's go out to the bar, have a beer or something, or let's go to a festival or something. Just kind of get him to calm down, because he took it pretty bad.
Okay.
But I think ever since then he's moved on.
Okay.
I think he has another girlfriend now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you talk to me a little bit about you and Frankie's dynamics? Like, what's his personality like? Do you guys,
Well, being childhood friends, we pretty much came up. We went to the same elementary schools, the same high schools, and we both like always participated in sports, and at school and around the neighborhood playing football in the backyards and stuff. And Frankie was, he was always been a pretty straight guy.
Okay.
But he was more of a star athlete than I was, and so he was more popular. So I think that caused him to be attractive to many, many more females.
Okay.
And I think that popularity could have like took a part of whatever female it was that came in between him and his Karen.
Okay.
But Frankie was pretty much a straight guy. He never done anything to me wrong.
Okay.
He's always been honest with me. We've always been honest with each other.
Okay.
He's always been there for me in times of, I had suffered some tough times.
Okay.
Like when I broke my leg, in the end of my basketball career, he was always there for me, helping me, get up and, started to walk again, and,
Okay.
just having a friend like he was there. So he's very helpful.
Okay.
Pretty much, he's a good guy. I think, honest guy. I just think he made a mistake with Karen.
So it sounds like you guys have a really good friendship.
Yes.
And always have, and you guys never had any major issues that would cause you all to go your separate ways? You've always been tight.
I mean, in sports, we always competed against each other for positions or whatever, and we never had no competition of, there was never a girl that he liked it and I liked it, and
Okay.
we both was trying to see who could win her affection. It was never that.
Okay.
We've always pretty much like, just, he may call me up, ask me what I'm doing for the weekend, and I'll be like, pretty much nothing. It's like, well, let's go to a concert. So
Okay.
we was always doing things together. Just a good friend, genuine
Yeah.
friend.
That sounds nice. So, what's your initial thought when you think about talking to him about Karen and how you feel about her right now?
I'm still kind of a little undecided, a little confused on the the right way to approach him with this, because I think he's still, even though he's moved on, he has another girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
but still that was such a bad breakup for him
Okay.
that there may be some lingering feelings I may not know about, and just for him to have the knowledge that his best friend is now dating his ex, I just haven't quite figured out the best way to approach that, and that's why I'm asking you for what is you think will be your opinion on the best way I should, or advice, the best way I should approach this.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about? Have you ever seen him angry or upset about anything?
Like I said, coming up in sports, we always was competitors,
Mm-hmm.
and out on the basketball court, we had a lot of tension, and he would be going hard, I'd be going hard. We may knock each other down or something, just during the game or something.
Okay, but you guys are on the same team, right?
Yeah, but in practice and stuff,
Okay.
we always competed.
Okay.
We was always competing for positions.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
we just never competed for women or nothing.
Okay.
So I've seen him. He's I've seen him like angry at himself for not hitting a shot or whatever. But out in our personal lives, I've never seen him like get really upset at anybody, except for the time when he was going through the breakup with Karen,
Okay.
and it was more like heartbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
like his heart broke, and he was mainly upset with himself,
Okay.
because he realized he had a good girl and
Yeah.
he lost her, and so it was more of him like
Okay.
being hurt, but I've never seen him like actually go off into a rage and want to just beat somebody up or something.
Were you able to see where he clearly wanted her back, and did you see him try?
Yes, I seen him. During the time of their breakup, he was trying to court her back,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just one of those things. Like with some women, like they may forgive a man for doing something like really dishonest,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess she was so hurt, she just couldn't take it, and she thought it was just the best thing for her to move on. And so during that time, Frankie was like upset at himself for
Okay.
screwing up, but the same girl that I think who he like cheated on her with, that's who he's with now. I think,
Oh,
so
wow. Okay, so you saw the demise of their relationship. You were there the whole time, basically,
mhm.
and now you've always known Karen was a good person, and now you want to start a relationship with her. You just
Well, I mean, I'm single, she's single. We're both a few years older, and her and Frankie, it's been like going on 4 years now, almost, since they like ended their relationship. And you know, I think I'm attracted to her, and you know, I think she's attracted to me. But you know, we haven't like just like jumped straight in bed or anything like that. You know, we're trying to making sure that this is what the both of us want.
Okay.
So there's no need to rush in anything.
Okay.
And but I think overall she's a you know a good person, a good woman.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, so I'm leaning towards you know why not take her on a date? Why not? But I just need to you know figure out a way that I could approach my friend. But I'm hoping that Breaking will be of understanding.
Okay.
You know, I'm hoping that he won't like look at me sideways, like you know, you've been stalking my ex ever since or something, and that's not the case. And I really don't feel that I have to like you know I really don't feel like I have to tell him everything.
Okay.
Like how me and Karen came to this point of wanting to go out on a date. I just pretty much want to tell him, hey, look, I'm taking your ex out on a date. I just want to make sure everything is cool with you.
Okay.
And I'm hoping I can say it just like that, and he can be like, no problem, move on, and everything is fine.
Okay.
You know, but then there's a chance that he probably would, you know, look at me like, you know, best friends don't date exes and stuff. And so if he looks at it that way, then you know, it could be some issues because you know I don't want to compromise my relationship with my best friend.
Okay.
But at the same time, you know, Karen is an adult woman and I'm an adult man, and we're both single. Frankie has a new girlfriend, and so I'm hoping that you know when I do tell him, because I do have to tell him.
Yeah.
I feel like I am going to.
Okay.
You know, I know I need to man up. You know, it takes a man to do certain things, and this one of them.
Okay.
You know, but I just hope he can understand and like give me the nod that it's okay, and me and his relationship, you know, as friends,
Okay.
you know, are not like jeopardized over this. You know.
Okay, so you're really in the middle of this thing where you have your best friend, you love him, you care for him, you don't want to hurt him, and then you have Karen that you're growing more and more attracted to every day, and this is getting pretty tough, huh?
Yes. It's like I don't wake up early in the morning like thinking about wow, you know, I got to deal with trying to figure out how to tell my best friend. You know, I pretty much like okay, I need to be a man in many areas of my life. I'm doing pretty good with my careers and stuff. You know, I drive trucks and I'm making pretty good money, and you know, so I'm doing good in that areas of being a man. But it's just I've never been in a situation like you know this could be a sensitive situation. You know, I don't know what the situation is with breaking his new girlfriend. I don't know if he still wants Karen back. Maybe this new girlfriend is just something I don't know. You know, temporarily for him or something. But you know, I know when we're together, you know, he talks about Karen a lot. He tells me he's seen her here and seen her there, and she's still beautiful, and you know. So when he starts talking about her, you know, I'm like, you know, like you know, you're right, she is beautiful, you know, and I'm pretty much agreeing with everything he's saying.
Okay.
But I don't tell him that, you know, I want to take your ex out on a date.
Okay.
Is it okay? You know, so I haven't got it that big, and that is one of the reasons why I haven't approached him because I feel, you know, deep in my heart that based on the things he says about telling me he's seeing her, that I'm thinking that you know he still like want to you know, try to, you know, get back in her life again. And, you know, because it's present girlfriend, I mean, I don't know the extent of their relationship, but I think it's like it's like a long distance relationship or something. And you don't see her very much, so.
Okay.
You know.
I see why you're pretty nervous about this thing, because he sounds like he hasn't fully moved on from Karen.
Exactly.
And it would really, I think that you think that it would really, really hurt him right now if you were to bring up the fact that you were gonna go after a girl that he still hasn't gotten over.
Exactly. I don't really know, like how much in his heart. You know, I really don't know if he really wants to start a relationship back with Karen, but I just know he talks about her a lot, and so sometimes you have to like read between the lines, and you know. But one night he did say something that like really sent me into more confusion, you know, because you know, he did say that, you know, that Karen was the woman that he should have married and had kids with and had a life with. And so when he said that, that just kind of, you know, caused me to be really confused now, because I felt like there's some strong emotions going on still. I really felt like, you know, when somebody said something like that, you know, in essence, he you know, could be thinking about, you know, trying to get back into life. And I'm trying to figure out how would that be if he's trying to get back into life, and then his best friend comes to him like, hey man, do you mind if I date your ex? You know, the same woman who he just said that he should have married her and had.
Taurus, this is a pretty serious situation, because the more he expresses his feelings about Karen, the more hesitant you become on telling him how you feel about her. Do you think your feelings are stronger about her than his are?
You know, honestly, I feel myself really like, I don't want to say I'm falling in love with Karen, but I believe that I can easily fall in love with her. You know, and I'm trying to hold back my feelings and affection for her, but I think that I'm really wearing thin. I'm holding back because she's somebody who I want to be with. You know, I feel like Frankie. I think his new girlfriend's name is Felicia or something like that.
Okay.
But you know, he's with her, and I just like feel like, well, you know, you have a girlfriend, and your ex is your ex. You know, she's not your girlfriend, and that makes her, you know, that makes her like free to choose. You know, I mean, if it ain't me gonna take her out on a date, another man would take her out on a date, and you wouldn't, you know, my best friend Frankie, he wouldn't get mad or upset, you know, at another man for taking her out on a date.
He wouldn't?
I mean, why should he?
Okay.
If another man, I'm saying, not if it wasn't me, if there was a man that he didn't know, if she was dating another guy, you know, what could he say? He has a girlfriend.
Okay, so he hasn't been in that situation yet where he's seen her out in public with another man. Has he ever come back and said anything like that to you?
No, he always just said he's seen her.
Okay.
You know, but
or
you know,
that she was dating. He hasn't heard anything about her dating anybody.
No, he said he tried calling her.
Okay.
Okay, but you know, the conversation that they have is like, she's like, you know, wish him the best of luck, but she was no longer interested.
Okay.
You know, and restarted a relationship with him.
Okay.
And I think he's like not wanting to accept that.
Okay.
But the part that I'm having a little issue with him is about he has a girlfriend. you know, he's dating a girl.
Okay.
He's sleeping with her. He's taking her out.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
So, you know, I feel like really he shouldn't have no right to pretty much say anything like, you know, dictating. Uh, if me and her wanted to go out, he shouldn't have nothing to say about that.
Okay.
You know. And I just need to be a man. You know, I need to be more man.
Okay.
I just need to confront him, and you know, really, I would hope that you know, this situation don't, you know, dissolve our relationship.
Okay.
You know, on his behalf, because you know, I would love to continue being his friend. I've been his friend for over 20 years.
Okay.
But this is like a kind of a sensitive situation.
Okay.
And so, you know, but I am going to have to tell him,
Okay.
you know, what do you think is the best way to do this?
I think the more me and you talk, the more you'll be able to figure out what you should do next.
Okay. Okay.
But so far, what I'm hearing you say is
Mhm.
that you want to keep your relationship with Branky as well as pursue a relationship with Karen.
Yes.
You're feeling a little hesitant because you think he still has feelings for her,
Yes.
and that's what's blocking you at this point, his feelings for her. But you also have strong feelings for Karen as well, and you're willing to put your foot down and let Branky know how you feel in order to continue to pursue your relationship with Karen.
Yes, exactly. I mean, when I say I don't want to like compromise my relationship with my best friend Frankie, I have to also say this: his family and my family are very close.
Okay.
Okay, and all of his friends are pretty much all of my friends.
Okay.
You know, we've been like in the same circle all these years. So his family and our friends and my family knew that Frankie was dating Karen.
Mhm.
You know, there was like me and him and Karen. You know, sometimes we would go out on a double date or something. You know, I didn't have a girlfriend. I would just take out a special friend at the time.
Mhm.
So, you know, people in our circle knew that, you know, Frankie and Karen was dating, and
Yeah.
a lot of people kind of felt like, you know, that they were probably going to get married and stuff, you know.
Okay.
And so it ain't just like him
Mhm.
that is probably going to question me if that's the case about why am I trying to court or date Karen
Okay.
when I know that she's my best friend ex.
Okay.
You know, there may be some family members, some friends, but I'm sure people of an adulthood understand these type of things happen in life every day.
Okay.
You know, I'm not violating him. I'm not being dishonest.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna date his ex behind his back.
Okay.
I'm gonna, you know, approach him about it, and I just feel like I need to go ahead and make a decision and give him a call.
Okay.
Maybe we can go out for a beer or something, and I could, you know, tell him in the best way
Okay.
that, you know, I'm important to date his ex, take her out on a date, and I just need to make sure that.
Okay. We're not going to stop. So, you think there's a possibility that you could tell him how you feel about Karen, pursue a relationship with Karen, and still be able to maintain your friendship with Frankie?
I would hope so, but there's one little, I wouldn't say it's a problem. I just maybe think that it's a situation where, you know, like I was saying earlier, it's the one thing that he said that kind of caused me to go into more confusion, that it caused me to be a little more hesitant, is when he said that he thought that, you know, Karen should have been, you know, his wife, and they should have, you know, had kids. You know, and so when he started speaking on those things, I kind of felt like, wow, he hasn't quite gotten over her. And so, you know, I've been more hesitant because of that. You know, I probably need to find out really, you know, is he really thinking about trying to restart another relationship with Karen? But if that's the case, then what about Felicia, his new girlfriend? And so I just don't feel like I should have to hold back my life.
Okay.
You know, because waiting to see if he's gonna end the relationship with Felicia just to get back with Karen, because you know that's crazy. I just feel like I need to approach him as a man.
But earlier you said, you know, Karen, she's already told Frankie that she's not interested in a relationship with him. Do you think she would change that answer?
I don't know, but I think that she likes me. You know, and in fact, she's the one that asked me for a date.
Okay.
She asked to take me out on a date.
Okay.
And so, she's a beautiful woman.
Okay.
You know, she's like dark skinned and slim and beautiful.
Okay.
You know, very beautiful and gorgeous. And so for her to ask me for a date, you know, for the split second, I was about to say when, you know. Like Frankie was not nowhere in my mind.
Okay.
And then, you know, the reality came in. And I was like, wow, you know, I told her I would love to take her on a date, you know, but I explained to her that I need to talk to her ex, which is my best friend.
Okay, what was her response to that?
I think she like, okay, you know, she understands.
Okay.
She's a good person.
Okay.
But at the same time, she was like letting me know that Frankie shouldn't have no decision over what me and her do.
Okay.
Because she's his ex. And so she don't quite see things totally like me.
Okay.
And she still might like have you know, mixed feelings about Frankie because, you know, he allegedly cheated on her or something.
Okay.
And so she's like may not feel that way.
Okay. Does she have any motives or anything to try and hurt him by being with you, or you think her intentions are pure?
Karen, no, I wouldn't think of anything like she has motives just to get back at him. No, she's just not that type of girl.
Okay.
You know, she's a type of girl that I'm sure she got a lot of men.
Okay.
You know, she has a lot of men that would love to be in her life. So, you know, and she just never came across as being that type of person.
Okay, that's good.
You know, and you know, I just think that she's genuinely want to take me out on a date.
Okay. So the same way that you feel like the family and Frankie's family are gonna have opinions and thoughts about you going after Karen, is she at all worried about what other people or other family members and friends are gonna say about you two getting together? Is she worried?
I never, you know, we haven't got that far yet. Like I do talk to her, and we basically just, you know, talk about things going on in her life.
Okay.
You know, I talk to her on the phone, and we basically talk about things going on in my life, our careers, you know, what our future dreams are, and you know, just, you know, she works 5-6 days a week.
Okay.
You know, and I work 5-6 days a week, and so, you know, there's not like no time hanging out during the weekdays. You know, weekends are a good time, but I think she genuinely just wants to go out on a date with me, and she's not really thinking about Frankie.
Okay.
I don't think it's an issue to her. It's more of an issue to me than her.
Yeah.
You know, and I think she's right. I think I'm the one that just need to man up. You know, go talk to my best friend and you know, let him know what the deal is. And really, I would hope that just like I would be a man, approaching him with it, I would hope he would be a man and receive it and understand it, and his reaction would be of nothing less than being a man, you know.
Okay, would you be able to handle it either way?
Of course. I mean, you know, it's like not too many people can say they have like childhood friends who've like been in their life, you know, for 20 years. Really, like he's like a brother, he's like a family. You know, Frank is like family to me, you know?
Okay.
And so, but I think in a situation like this, you can really like find out about somebody, about how they really are.
Okay.
You know, that you may never knew. It would take a situation like this because, you know, really, to be honestly with you, I love me his friendship, you know, but if I fall in love with Karen, you know, that will be, to me, me and Karen relationship, that would take top priority over me and his relationship.
Okay.
And so I'm really doing like this for the benefit of maintaining a friendship with him.
Okay.
But if he chooses to not wanting to accept it, then that could possibly end me and his friendship. It wouldn't be on my behalf.
Okay.
But I still, even if he responded negative or disagreed with it, I would still try to communicate with him. But if our friendship will like end because of this situation, then I guess I have to say so be it. You know?
Okay. It's good that you thought about the good parts and the bad parts to the situation, and it sounds like you think Karen is pretty worth it to risk your friendship, and that you're willing to, you see a future with her.
I mean, only God knows what the future is, but I see there's a possibility, and I see potential. I'm attracted to her. She's attracted to me. We both have careers. We both work. You know, genuinely, she's just a good person, I feel. And I feel like, you know, I'm not perfect, but genuinely, I feel like I'm a good man. You know, like I say, in other areas of my life, I have no problem being a man, you know, but I do got some areas where I need to man up.
Okay.
But nothing compares to this situation here.
Okay, so with Brinky, would you say your next step with him is to kind of get some more information about how he feels about Karen?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not ready to take the chance of ending me and his relationship.
Okay.
You know, 20 years of childhood friendship. I'm not ready to just throw all that away right now today.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm not ready to throw away a possible future with Karen either.
Okay.
So I just probably need to figure out, you know, the right setting.
Okay.
Maybe me and him go out. I don't know if it's the bar would be a good place, because, you know, maybe if he drink a couple beers, that might cause him, you know, the alcohol. So that alcohol, we probably need to leave alcohol out of it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll take him to lunch or something.
Okay.
At a decent place, you know, just have lunch with him and across the table. I just tell him what the situation is. And,
so you're gonna actually tell him? You think you're gonna actually tell him this weekend?
I think I'm gonna tell him. Yeah. Well, this weekend I need to talk to Karen.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna talk with her.
Okay.
And let her know what my intentions are.
Okay.
You know, but I want to talk to her. Just talk to her.
Okay.
You know, not about what I'm gonna talk to Frankie about.
Okay.
I just want.
Okay. So
get to know.
You're confident that you and Karen are going to be able to continue your relationship. You're confident that she's feeling you the same way you're feeling her, and that this could be a real relationship.
Yes. At this point right now, there's like no way I'm gonna just like not try to move forward
Okay.
with Karen. I'm really enjoying this part,
Okay.
and I think she is too.
So you're gonna continue to get to know her and talk
Yes,
to her.
I mean she's hot. You know,
Okay.
she's hot,
Okay.
and you know I enjoy her.
Okay.
I enjoy conversations. You know, I enjoy. You know, she's a good listener.
Okay.
You know, some things in my personal life she has helped me out.
Okay.
Good. And so me and her has already started establishing a real good friendship.
Okay. So you and Karen have a pretty good connection, and this could be something really real. It's not, you're not playing around. You're really serious about her. Now, Branky, on the other hand, it's a delicate situation because you want to be able to kind of gauge where his feelings are for her.
Yes, I mean, honestly, I don't believe that Branky present relationship with his girlfriend, I think Felicia. I don't think they plan on like being together, and I think she lives like in another state or something.
Okay.
I never really dwell off into it, but I know he's dating her.
Okay.
I think he drives up to go see her,
Okay.
and sometimes she comes down here to see her,
Okay.
see him. But I do need to sit down with him and find out basically just that, it really doesn't matter to me
Okay.
about how he feels about Karen. I mean, I'm sure, people break up,
Okay.
those feelings just don't go away like that.
Okay.
But I can't have nothing to do with how he feels about Karen.
Okay.
I'm concerned with how I feel about her, how she feels about me.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that he'll be able to accept the fact that me and her is going to go out on a date,
Okay.
and that we could end up,
All right. So this weekend, or in the near future, you plan on just telling Branky how you feel.
Yes, I'm gonna spend this weekend
Okay.
talking with Karen.
Okay.
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 And then next week, I'll call Branky and see if I can, take him up to lunch.
Okay.
And let him know I have something very important I need to talk to him about.
Okay. Okay.
This ain't something I want to do on the telephone.
Okay.
I need to be face to face,
Okay.
man to man, right?
Okay.
That's being a man, being man to man, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking in his eyes, looking in my eyes,
Okay.
and it's no phones, conversation. This is direct, and at that point, I'm going to tell him,
Okay.
about me and Karen, and I just want to make sure that he's cool,
Okay.
and that me and him can still be boys.
Okay.
We can still do things, chill, but I got a girlfriend now because I feel like I want to make her my girlfriend.
Okay. Sounds like that's a good place to start, and
Okay.
I want to hear more about this the next time we meet. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Thank
It's
you.
good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.